Hey y'all, welcome back to Toya DTV. We are here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, Episode 3. Read it and weep. So, Marsau and Maurice decide to meet up at Black to hash out some of the things that were not resolved with the dinner at his brother's house. So they meet up and they're talking, and basically Maurice feels like Marsau owes him an apology. Marsau feels like he got ambushed. So while Marsau and Maurice are talking, Marsau was like, what would a normal, non-lying person say once they saw the picture? And Maurice was like, I don't know. And then this whole scene was kind of confusing to me because it's like Marsau and Maurice has this relationship and connection in how they speak, how they answer questions, how they project their opinions. And it all seems like it's a part of a system. So by him answering the question, I don't know, almost sounds like, okay, because you don't know the answer, you were a liar. No apology was given, but Maurice in his own way feels like Marsau basically apologized in his own way. So I have to sort of commend Maurice when he told Marsau, I don't know how you and Tisha handle things in y'all marriage, but when something starts affecting Kimmy, then it's affecting me. Like if she got a problem, I got a problem. That was nice to say, but where you been the past how many seasons when they kept calling her a side chick? So I'm not really trying to hear that. She had a problem with it, and it was obvious she had a problem with it. So what do you mean if she has a problem, you have a problem? You have never said anything to even say as much as I've never cheated on you. You've never even said that. So it sounds like you're just saying what you want to say because your actions speak louder. When Marsau and Maurice are talking, then Martell walks up. So all of them decided to meet there, I guess. They want to know how he felt about the picture. Martell thought it was funny at first, and then he realized the seriousness behind it. One thing that I realized in this particular scene, it was like, okay, I know there's bro code, but it's kind of sickening to see it. So he was like, he was just rolling with it. When Maurice said he wasn't there, he was like, okay, he wasn't there. So Marsau was like, well, if you had given me a heads up, I would have said you weren't there. So, but because he didn't have that heads up, he felt like, hey, I'm just going to put the picture out there. You were there. Which is kind of messed up for him to do to his own brother either way. It's just weird. I don't understand the motive behind what he did. I don't get it. I guess to just call him a liar. He wanted to let Maurice know that Tisha's good. Tisha's good. And he's like, of course she's good until she's not. And that's exactly it. Like, she's good for now, but at the same time, the way Tisha responds to questions, she may not be bothered now, but at one point she was, and all it takes is for her to get on social media to be bothered again. So there is an issue. I think she's just blocking it out right now. That got squared away. Then Martell wanted to know why was Marsau coming so hard at Tiffany and Lewis. So he felt like, okay, first of all, they don't know me. He don't know me, so don't say anything about my marriage, period. Which I totally agree with that, unless you're in a setting where you're actually at a marriage sort of event. Other than that, if you don't know a person, it's really not okay to just interject your opinion where you feel like is where you want to put it. It's just not welcomed. So we see Tiffany and Lewis, and they're talking about the reunion, how they felt ganged up on, and Martell mentioned to Lewis about having a one-on-one conversation with Marsau, and he said he think he can do that, but he just don't understand what his problem is with him. Tiffany chimes in that at some point, her and Marsau knew each other from back in the day. And Lewis went all the way left. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't act like you don't know me. Here's the thing. I have never understood why people take this so serious, so to heart. The pleasure is yours for being in my space. So if we're in the same environment and you don't acknowledge me or pretend that you don't know me, I'm okay with that. I would never kind of see myself in a place where I'm begging for attention because I know this person. It is what it is. I don't really care. I don't care. I don't understand why people get so pissed about, oh, you act like you don't know me. Maybe they don't want to know you. So let it be that. Like, I don't get people. People get so worked up behind what somebody else don't do. And that's crazy. If you don't do anything, I'm good. So she had to calm him down. Apparently she wants a double date with Tisha and Marsau so that they can hang out and all of that. Again, to me, all this sounds like is they need camera time and they are looking for anything. I can understand the guys, but Tiffany, on the other hand, We see Mel and Mariah in their audition room at her home. I felt like this was a really general scene, but it was very powerful for her to instill work and confidence into her daughter. I'm not sure how old Mariah is, but she's definitely at the age where she's seeing things, she's picking up on things, she's putting two and two together, and she can. If she starts now, she will be on that same path, and she will know that she can provide for herself as well as any idea that she may form business-wise and all of that. So it's nice to have parents that are entrepreneurs. They can instill things in you that were possibly not instilled in them. So I really appreciated that. Her and Mel did some sort of audition role play thing, and it turned out good. I enjoyed that scene. Then we see Martell meeting up with his mom to explain what type of wine he has come out with. And I have to say, I do appreciate the fact that these entrepreneurs are still inventing, they are still creating, they are still doing what they got to do to create multiple streams of income. I don't knock it. I don't care that it's Martell who came up with this. Honestly, if the wine is good, I'll support it. That's another black man in the US of A, black-owned business, and I will support it. Now, one thing I wanted to look up was the name of it because I didn't catch that in the episode. Let me see. Okay, so Martell's wine is called Inest, I-N-E-S-T. That is named after his grandmother, his mom's mom. So that was pretty sweet. His mom was doing taste testings. There was 2 wines. She liked them both. She was mixing it up. She wasn't cleaning her palate. She wasn't following any of the wine tasting rules. She said, baby, I got this. Don't even worry about it. So proud of him for that one. Next, we see Tisha and Marsau at home with the kids, and I have to say they have beautiful kids. I loved to see them as a family. Actually, Tisha and Marsau was setting up in the living room with the children to make some s'mores. So their son was so funny. He wanted to roast Marsau, and I felt like Marsau deserved it. Roast him. So he was like, so you own all these businesses, you can build all these things, and you don't know how to make s'mores? Baby, he didn't know you were allergic to peanut butter. Y'all, I will never forget that. He was about to give his baby peanut butter. Oh my goodness. I can honestly say, like, it touched me to see them all as a family, and they were making s'mores, but Marsau was hanging on to his son, and he was just hugging him and had his arms around him. Like, I can appreciate a man who takes care of their family, a man who takes care of their children. And believe it or not, Marsau said his trip to Africa helped him to realize that generational wealth is not me working myself to death. It's not him working himself to death. It is being wise enough to do what you can financially and to leave a legacy, but also being there in the moment for your children, for your family. So, hey, y'all, that trip to Africa did something for him. And it looks like he's a little happier. He looked genuinely happy in that living room with his family, with Tisha, roasting marshmallows. Like, it's the small things that count. Apparently, he's taking the family to Africa now. He claimed he was scouting out the land to make sure it was safe to bring them back. And I'm like, okay, now you're lying. After the kids have left the room, Marsau and Tisha starts talking about what happened when he went to Black. He told her that he felt like he got ambushed again by Martell and Maurice. They were both calling him a bully about Tiffany and Lewis. Tisha wanted to know what was said regarding that, and she didn't think it was considered bullying because they basically stuck their mouth somewhere it didn't belong. So she also asked him, like, where did the whole scenario of an apartment with Martell come from? And he was like, babe, I don't know. It came from whoever made up the 2 babies that I have. Like, one of these bloggers or whoever it is out there making up lies. And it's like, she's good, though, but she's still asking questions. I really wish Tisha was good. I really wish she was good. And we see Kimmy and Maurice getting ready for their honeymoon that they've been waiting on for 3 years. Honestly, I kind of could have went without this scene, but, you know, we had to see Kimmy at some point. She told him what happened at the pajama party. Maurice's advice to her was, okay, get in contact with Destiny and Tisha and talk about what happened. Because Kiki being there did kind of stir the pot. Kiki was not on a positive note at all when it came to being family with Tisha. So Maurice is like, you need to face things head on in this group and squash it from the jump. Just squash it. And I'm like, ooh, child. You know what? Kimmy likes to stay out of stuff, but people keep dragging Kimmy in stuff. Like, that's a tough decision. You were somewhere, they were not invited. But a family member to somebody who was not invited was there and stirring the pot. And your family would... That's a sticky situation. I don't know. I don't know if this stuff is made up for the show or if this is really going on. Because certain stuff I'm just not going to keep entertaining. I'm just too... So y'all, it's time for Martell to have the book signing. You know, the kids are authors. I'm very proud of that, by the way. So Martell said that he created the book because he wanted the kids that cannot travel to live through his children and they see what it's like to experience to travel by reading it in a book. So that's a really good idea. That could also be a sequel or a series. So yeah, make your money, Martell. He's there. They're setting up. Baby. What made Martell plan this on a week when Mel has them? That makes 0 sense. It's stupid. You don't know what she got going on. You are solely the one who can say yes, no to the dates of things coming on your schedule. So there is no reason, because the way you put it is it's for the kids. It's for the kids. So nothing else on your schedule should have been more important than what you said was for the kids. So the fact that you wanted to do it on her weekend was messed up. Now, the people were arriving there. They had a lot of support. They had a lot of children. They had a lot of books sold. It was a lot of people there, and the turnout was great. But Martell was bothered that the kids did not come. Honestly, I feel like it was just dumb for him to schedule it on a weekend that was not his. I mean, it's just dumb. Why would you do that? I mean, it just don't make sense. But anyway, we see Mel. She's at home. She's packing. They are about to get on the road because she wants to get to her family because they have had 2 deaths close together, and she just want to be with the family, which is understandable. Sometimes you just want to love on people while they're still here. Now, did that have to be now? If that's when she wanted it to be, if that's when she wanted to go, then yeah. Now, I get Mel when she said, did he want me to drop everything and bring the kids? It's like Martell said that the judge said they can switch times or you can have them on opposite weeks on special occasions. And he said the book signing was a special occasion. I believe special occasions are like holidays or something like that. To me, I believe Martell is doing anything he can to try to see Mel, get in contact with Mel, or something like that. Because it doesn't make sense that if this book signing is so important, you all have put so much hard work into this book, why would you not want to do it on a weekend when you have them to make sure that they are there, they are reading, and just being a part of the book signing? So all along, Mel was not answering the calls. Mel is about to hit the road, and that was that. I mean, so some other kids showed up, and they did help him read the book, and he looked sad, but at the same time, he created that sadness. He expected somebody to do something that they did not have to do, and he don't know what they had going on. And it's a sad situation, but at the same time, as a parent, you have to plan better. You cannot plan anything on her weekends. Plain and simple. It's sad, but I mean, it's a tough pill to swallow. And y'all know what? Like, when I sit here and I watch this show, Martell is the most sensitive, lying, cheating person I ever seen in my life. He is sensitive. And it's like nothing wrong with that, but it's like he really gets hurt by some of the things he brings on himself. That was basically it. But y'all, Milani was talking to Mel's mom, and that little girl is so cute and sweet. She just seemed like she is just all smiles and giggles, honey. But yeah, that was the episode, y'all. What did y'all think? Till next time. Bye.